Hello students, today I shall demonstrate you how to implement checkbox on your mobile application. For that purpose, open Android Studio, click on File, go to New, select New Project, select Empty Activity, then click on Next button. Here you are supposed to mention your project name. Here I have provided checkbox as a name to this project, then click on Finish button. In this way, my project has been successfully loaded in the Android Studio IDE. Then I will simply click on activity main.xml file. I will zoom this file. Before proceed with the checkbox, I shall change its background color. For that purpose, I need to select background attribute of this XML file. I will simply click on background attribute. Here you may find variety of colors, and accordingly you can select your own desired color. Then click on buttons, and here you will find the checkbox UI widget. Before proceed with further demonstration, I would explain you what is the use of checkbox in mobile application. Checkbox simply provides multiple selection option for users. If you consider radio button, then you are allowed to select only one option amongst all. On the contrary, you may select either all or more than one option using checkbox. Here I shall give an example of pizza delivery app. I would drag and drop three checkbox options for the user, one for the pizza, one for the toppings, and one for the extra cheese. So initially I would drag and drop first checkbox. Then I need to fix its position on screen. For that purpose, I will click on Align and select horizontally. Then again I will click on Align and select vertically. So the position of this checkbox vertically as well as horizontally has been set. In a similar manner, I would drag and drop another checkbox. Then I will fix its horizontal position and later on vertical position. Now it's time to drag and drop third checkbox. I would fix its position initially horizontally and later on vertically. Here I shall change the ID of first checkbox. Instead of checkbox, I shall provide here checkbox pizza ID to this checkbox, and accordingly I shall also change the text which is present on this UI widget. Here I shall provide the name pizza. Again I shall select second checkbox. Then I shall change its ID from checkbox 2 to checkbox toppings. Then I shall click on next checkbox. And I shall change its ID from checkbox 3 to checkbox extra cheese. Here for the second checkbox, I had given ID as a checkbox toppings, and accordingly I shall also change its text from checkbox to toppings. Then I shall click on next checkbox. Here I had given checkbox extra cheese ID for this checkbox. Again, accordingly I shall change text present on this checkbox. Here I have given extra cheese text to this checkbox. Now I will make sure similar height and width would apply to all these checkboxes. For that purpose, I would switch to the split mode. If you look to the first checkbox, its width is 134 dp and height is 35 dp. So same parameter I would apply to the further checkboxes so that my all checkbox height and width will set similar. So here I will change width of next checkbox. I will assign 134 dp as a width and 35 dp as a height. Likewise, similar parameter I will apply on third checkbox. I will set here width of checkbox as a 134 dp and a height as a 35 dp. Now I would switch again back to the design mode. In this way, height and width of all three checkboxes now are similar. Now, to determine how many options users have selected, I would simply drag and drop here button UI widget. I shall change its ID from button to BTN order. Accordingly, I shall also change the text. I would apply order as a text to this UI widget. To change the text color, I would simply select the text color attribute and I shall select this color as a text. Then to change the background color, I will simply click on this button UI widget and select background attribute. Here you shall find variety of color. You may select your own desired color. So I have selected this color for the button UI widget. So I would make use of this button UI widget to place the order for the user. Now I shall click on main activity.java file. Here I need to create the 3 references for all 3 checkboxes. So the class name for checkbox UI widget is checkbox, and this class is present in android.widget folder. So first reference I will set here is checkbox pizza for pizza option. Then next checkbox toppings for toppings option, and finally checkbox extra cheese. This reference I have created for last checkbox. So here for pizza checkbox I have created checkbox pizza reference from checkbox class. For toppings and extra cheese I had created checkbox toppings reference and checkbox extra cheese reference. Then later on I need to create the reference for button UI widget. For that purpose I shall call here button class. This all the UI widgets, all the class of UI widgets are present in android.widget folder. So reference for button class is button order. Now here I would create the method to accept the order from the user. Initially I will assign protected access specifier to this method. Since this method will not return any value, so I would apply here void and name the method as a place order. Then my next task is to assign the respective checkbox ID to these references. So here for pizza checkbox I had set as a ID as a checkbox pizza. So this ID I will assign to the checkbox pizza reference of checkbox class. This is a reference of checkbox class, and how shall I find the ID of this pizza checkbox? I shall find this ID by calling find view by ID method. This checkbox ID is present in R folder in the form of integer. So simply I shall pass the parameter to this method as R dot ID and checkbox pizza. So checkbox pizza ID of pizza checkbox has been assigned to the checkbox pizza reference of checkbox class. Again this ID is in integer form and this is a reference of a class, So to assign integer value to the reference of class, I am supposed to apply the typecasting methodology. To do that, I would return here checkbox class name within parenthesis. So this is a typecasting, and similar operation I will perform on the next references of checkbox class. So again here I will call the next reference, which is being named as a checkbox toppings. Within parenthesis I will call the checkbox class to implement typecasting methodology. To find the ID of second checkbox, again I would call find view by ID method, and I would set here parameter as r.id dot checkbox toppings. Then the time is to call last reference of this checkbox class. So the third reference of checkbox class is checkbox extra cheese. In parentheses call the class checkbox. To get the ID of third checkbox, simply call the method find view by ID, then pass the parameter r.id dot checkbox extra cheese. Then similar operation I have to perform with btn order reference of button class. Here I have drag and drop this button UI widget, and I had set btn order as ID for this button UI widget. So I will again here call btn order reference of button class. Again within parenthesis I will call here button class to implement typecasting methodology. With the by invocation of find view by ID method, I would assign the checkbox ID to the btn order class. Here in this method I would set the parameter as r.id dot ID of the button UI widget, which I had set btn order. Now to determine how many options has been selected by the user, I need to implement on-click listener event of this button class. So with the help of btn order reference of button class, I shall call here on-click listener event. So btn order dot set on-click listener method. Then later on I need to call here on-click listener interface. So I have called over here view on-click listener interface, and I would use on-click abstract method of this on-click listener interface to determine how many options has been selected by the user. Here initially I will call string builder class, which is present in java.lang package. Then I will create obj as an object of this string builder class. Why do I need to create the object of the string builder class? Since checkbox allows to user to select more than one option. So whatever the option selected by the user, I need to demonstrate to the order screen. So therefore I am supposed to concatenate all the text present on the respective text boxes, and to achieve it I need to call append method, so that I will able to concatenate all the string presents in the respective checkbox that is selected by the user. And this append method is present in string builder class, so that's why I have created obj as an object of this class. So initially I would call append method and pass a particular string on this method. I would pass user order as a string to this method. Later on, I would also assign price to the respective checkbox. If the user has selected pizza checkbox, then I would assign 100 rupees. For toppings, I would assign 50 rupees, and for extra cheese, I would assign 80 rupees. To do that, initially I would declare amount as an integer variable and assign 0 value to this amount integer variable. Later on, to determine whether the user have selected pizza checkbox or not, I will simply use the if control structure. So I will call here if control structure. Then with the help of the reference of checkbox pizza of checkbox class, I would call here is check method. So the reference is checkbox pizza, and I will call here is check method of the checkbox class. So this is a boolean kind of method. It simply returns true or false. If the user has selected pizza option, then this method will simply return true value. If the user has not selected the pizza checkbox, then this method will simply return 0 value or false. So if this method is true, it means that if user has selected pizza checkbox, then I must pass here message obj.append, and here I shall pass the message that pizza is of 100 rupees. And since the pizza would charge user for 100 rupees, I will increment the value of amount from 0 to 100. To do that, I would use plus equal to operator and increment its amount from 0 to 100 rupees. Now similar operation I need to perform on further checkbox. So again I would call here simple if structure. If user has selected second option, that is toppings, so I will use reference of checkbox toppings, and I will call is check method. If the user has selected this checkbox, then I must display the result that extra toppings, to place the order for extra toppings, user supposed to pay extra 50 rupees. So again, if the user has selected this checkbox, again I need to increment the value of amount from 100 plus rupees 50. So here I will call the variable amount plus equal to operator, and 50 value I will assign to this variable. So in this way, if the user has selected pizza checkbox as well as toppings checkbox, then user need to pay the whole amount is rupees 150, 100 rupees for pizza plus extra 50 rupees for toppings. So total amount user are supposed to pay is 150 rupees. Then to determine whether user has selected third checkbox or not, again I will call here if structure, then I will call here third reference checkbox extra cheese and invoke is check method. So if user has selected this checkbox, then I would append the result as the amount of extra cheese is 80 rupees and user will be charged another extra 80 rupees to its previous amount. Here I will apply /n escape sequence so that each selection I will able to display on next line. Then finally I am supposed to calculate the total cost which will be charged by the user according to the selection made by them. Again I will call here append method. I will assign here string as a total amount, total equal to and here I will call amount variable. Again to display this value on next line I will apply here /n escape sequence. And finally I will call toast value to display the total selection made by user and the total amount will be charged for user. So I will call here toast class and I will call its make text method. Here I need to pass 3 parameter. First parameter I am supposed to invoke here get application context method. Second parameter I need to display the total amount charged for the user and the total selection made by the user, and all this result are present in this obj object. So I will call here obj object and since this is an object and I am only allowed to demonstrate here string value, so again I will apply typecasting methodology. Here I will convert the object into the string format with the help of toString method. And finally I need to fix certain amount of time for the toast message. To do that, again I will call the toast class. I would select here length long function. So this function would determine the certain amount of time to display that result message, and with the help of show method I will be able to do that. So all the actions has been performed successfully. Okay, here I had forgotten to fix the position of checkbox. So again I would select, sorry, here I had forgotten to fix the position of button UI widget. So I would click on button UI widget, then click on align, set its position horizontally, and later on set its position vertically. So in this way I had set its position. Now I will run this application. This is Android emulator. This device is similar to the Pixel 2. Here I received the message Gradle invocation is finished and there is 0 error. It means that my application has been run successfully. I will remove this notification. Now if the user has selected pizza option only and place for the order, okay, I am supposed to call this place order method in onCreate method. Again I will run the application. If the user has selected only pizza option and place for its order, here you will get the notification that user order is pizza. Pizza would cost 100 rupees for the user, and pizza only the selection for the user, then user need to pay total amount as 100 rupees. If user has selected pizza with extra toppings and place the order, then user order is pizza for 100 rupees, toppings for 50 rupees, and total amount user need to pay 150 rupees. If user has selected all three checkboxes, pizza, toppings as well as extra cheese, then user need to pay 230 rupees, 80 rupees for extra cheese, 50 rupees for toppings, and 100 rupees for pizza. If user has selected only pizza with extra cheese and user decided no need to add toppings and place for the order, then the total amount user need to pay is 180 rupees. For extra cheese user need to pay 80 rupees, and for pizza user need to pay 100 rupees. So it's kind of a pizza delivery app. I hope all the students have understood very well the uses of checkbox UI widget on their mobile application. So I would appreciate your patience to watch this whole video. Thank you all of my dear students. for watching this video.